Okay, I've masked up, ready to start painting in the Roundels and the tail insignia, RAAF colours. Obviously, sit there. Making your own mask for round insignia is easy enough. You just need a circle cutter. You can get ones like this. I'm having a good day today. That's Manwar. It's probably, I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't much. $5 or something. As mentioned, I'll just use the decals for the aircraft number and the ID lettering. They are correct colours, and I'm too lazy to bust out the silhouette and start doing all that. When I do insignia, even though I know in reality I just would have painted Roundels over the camouflage, I'll go back now. I'm going to spray prime it grey and pre-shade again, and then come in. So the wing ones I'll spray the white, mask it, and then spray the blue, just so I have a neutral background to start with, because if you spray over that, the hue will change from the brown and green, which I guess there's nothing wrong with that if that's what the look you want, but this is just how I do it. So I'm going to spray them in now. When they're done, I will give it a gloss clear coat, protect it, and then I will put the decals on, all 4 of them, and that will be the markings taken care of. When that's dry, I'll start doing I'll do exhaust stain. I need to paint in the gun barrels and a bit of cordite staining from the guns, and slowly heading towards the end. Okie dokie, markings are all done. You can see the original RAAF brown colour was darker than the camo I did. I've done some staining for the exhaust and the guns, underside as well. Painted insignia always looks better than decals if possible to do it. I've painted up the wheels, so they're olive drab, so I use the same technique on the hubs. Sprayed them grey primer, put the scourer over it, sprayed white, and then painted the olive drab. Propeller is in progress. I also tried something different with this, so I painted it NATO black and then put the scourer over the blades and sprayed a charcoal grey, I think I did. No, blue black, sorry, blue black. Just to suggest same weathering as the rest of the aircraft. I got to do the yellow tips yet, and the spinner is in progress as well, and do some very light chipping where it joins to here on the collar on both mating edges. A bit of I'll chip or dry brush the edges of the propellers, and I'll do some light chipping on the wing root areas where they get onto the aircraft, and maybe a bit around the ammo hatches. I won't be going overboard with it. I don't really want to do any chipping, but I probably should do a little bit on it. And I've masked up the canopy ready to paint, so I'll put Tamiya tape on the inside of it before I spray it, so I don't get overspraying there. It's instructions only show this one canopy, so I don't know what the other one was for. Spare maybe. Well, it's a different part number, so yeah, I don't know. So I'm getting there. I've done some chipping. As mentioned, I've kept it minimal. I don't want to go overboard with it. I'm not one for that style. I always keep myself in check. Just always go to a point where I feel, well, that's enough. I mean, I could do a lot more on it, but I don't really want to. So I've done the wing roots mainly, a little bit around the gun covers, the gun bay covers, and on the sill of the canopy. And on the blades, that's wet with gloss coat, clear gloss still, that's why it's shining up. A bit on the tip of the spinner and lightly around the join of the spinner to that collar. And a bit on the canopy where it rub on the fuselage and wear from the hands, pulling it back on the front there. And a bit on the where I put in the dents. Oh, come on, the dents on the drop tank around that area. I'll probably put a bit of oil staining on the underside of that, as well as underside of the aircraft from the engine leaking oils. When I'm done with the wash, I'm just going to give it the my usual this time around, the dark dirt wash, and then yeah, I'll put I'll spot some oil there and drag it back for the engine oils staining along the bottom of it. And then it's be time to start putting it together. And then I still have to put on the what is that? So I've got that, the gun sight crosshairs goes in front of the windscreen, and then there's the bead in front of that, but they're not centered, they're off to the right a bit, which seems odd to me, but hey ho, that's how it is. And this has also got the wing pitot with the two styles of the end on it. I need the straight one with the hook that goes up. So what I'll do is I'll paint them off and then glue them on. So they've given me 2 gun sights, so just spare, I guess, in case you're like me and clumsy and lose stuff. And then the other thing that's got to go on it is antenna wire, which is so this one has it from the tail to the wings, and then I believe it has another one from the fuselage to the tail. So I'll need to have another double check of that, and I'll just be using easy line for that. And once Actually, that'll be the last thing I do, because once you put that on, it's awkward to handle. Before then, I'll take the masking fluid off the lights and paint them in the red and green. And then, yeah, that'll be all over Red Rover. There it is, all done. I really love this build. The kit, I highly recommend it. It's a great kit. No real issues. And it's lacking the 500 ejector pin marks like their earlier kits from Trumpeter. This one's not like that. This one is done really nice. It needs to go. There you go. That's just obviously a loose fit, so if you want it, you can sit it over where it's shut position. I'm also pretty happy with the base turnout. I had all those issues, but what I ended up with, I'm happy with, so I'm not going to complain about too much. A lesson learned. Next time I'll just stick to making my own soil base. I'm really happy with the display on the front with the laser etched bluey. Bit of a tribute to the great man. Yeah, so I really, if you like P-40s and you like your 1/32 scale, I definitely recommend this kit. And they do, this is the E, I'm pretty sure they do the N and the M. I could be wrong on those models. I'm pretty sure they do at least three versions, because I know I've got RAAF decals for a later version, the M. I think I've got a set of decals for a M. So down the track, I could definitely build this kit again, no worries. It was really a joy. The only, thinking back on it, the only main issue I had was the resin wheels. The holes in the hubs for the landing gear, the holes were too big, so I had to wrap that foil around them. Normally it's the other way around. Normally you need to drill them out so they're a nice tight fit, but these were a bit loose, so I had to fix them up a bit. But again, nothing major. It's just a little thing. The everything, the clear parts fit good. Canopy, the windscreen fit good. The side windows fit good. If I could have gotten the resin exhaust, that would have been a bit of an upgrade, but what I did, I'm happy with as well. Why I stretched the sprue over them and the way I paint them, it's added to the look of it, the detail, but obviously not as good as a resin replacement. The propeller, the spinner and that's not glued on either, it's just sitting there. It's a nice firm fit as well. The brass guns, that's a nice upgrade. Obviously it's a lot better than plastic injection, what's on the wings to start with. So yeah, it's really enjoyed it. I was tempted to keep this for QMHE next year, but no, I won't be. This one I'll be selling it off. Yep, I'm selling it, even though I love it. I'll take a heap of pictures. Pictures are my keepsake. As I've mentioned before, I don't keep many models, and I think they're just dust magnets. No matter how good a cupboard cabinet you got them in, dust finds a way on them. Alright, I'm going to take some still photos of it now. What else should I mention? So I did the wash. I did some. There'll be a photo at the end of the underside of it with some oil staining on the, like I mentioned, from the engine and the fuel tank. I was gonna do some more oils, but I don't think it needs it. When I wiped the wash back, I kept it pretty grubby looking. You'll see that on the picture of the underside. So it's really pretty dirty still, so I don't feel the need to keep adding oils to it. Same as the chipping, I kept that minimal. It's just pretty much how I normally do a build. Yeah, and the antenna lines. I ended up. I looked through my drawer. I had some AK. It's the same. It's elastic, black elastic, same as Easy Line, but I think it might be a touch thicker. It said it's for 1/32 or 1/35, the AK one, so I use that. So it might be a touch thicker, but anyway, it's the same thing, just stretchy elastic. All right, still photos to follow. Thank you for watching along with this build.